Angus, Jess, because we're about to go live.
Yeah,
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Let's get this show on the road.
Before you say anything, prepare to shut the fuck up.
Screw me. I ripped ass at the ATM.
McLovin! Nice!
Sit back, relax, and enjoy Irrelevant Platitudes with your hosts, Peter Benici and Lil Dazil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire!
Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to episode number, I didn't check, I think it's 55 or 56. Welcome to Irrelevant Platitudes with Peter Benici and...
Jimmy Walks,
Keep going, bruh.
bringing you irrelevant commentary on all things pop culture and relationships.
Well, in the studio today, we've got another very special guest. Welcome to the studio, Juicy. How you going, mate?
Hi. Great, as always.
Thanks for joining us this week. Obviously, to everyone listening live and online today, we've got you on to discuss the spicy world of OnlyFans.
Yes, so spicy.
So obviously, thanks for coming on.
Oh, no problem.
We know
Glad
it's
to be here.
sometimes a controversial topic, but we've got an open book here today, so it's
Yeah.
going to be
Ready.
fun. It's going to be interesting. We're going to learn. We're going to learn today, James. We're going to learn,
Yeah, after this, you guys will be like, oh my god, I want to create an OnlyFans.
right?
No.
I can do feet pics, can't
I think my
That'd be
dick's
fine.
on.
Oh my god, feet pics. It's
Yeah.
so popular. I tell ya.
I?
The amount of times you get asked to do like weird feet pics.
Really? So that's the thing. I'm fucking remember the feet pics question once we get started.
Feet pics.
Yeah.
I'm
Pics.
actually, my dick's on OnlyFans.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it is.
Of you being featured.
Remember, yeah, I was just a dick in a,
Yep,
in a frame.
yeah.
I think a bit of leg maybe as well.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
Stomach.
Yeah.
So you have
Better.
made your OnlyFans debut. No dating apps, but OnlyFans. Good work.
Oh,
Good work.
do you know? No, I made my debut before I had started OnlyFans.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, a guy I was saying had OnlyFans.
Oh, so he did.
He
and then
introduced me to the world of OnlyFans.
he brought you
Let's
in.
go.
He's got me blocked on Instagram.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Totally.
So things have changed since then, right?
Oh, I didn't do anything. But hurt his feelings. So
That's how. Is that how you got into OnlyFans?
yeah, well, he introduced me to it, but like I made my own way there.
Okay. Sometime later, you.
Yeah,
Finally made
was
the
that
bridge.
a month or so.
That's right. I guess before we run away with the interview, before it even starts, let's do the drink of the week, shall we?
Drink of the week.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
that's not the drink.
Oh.
This is the drink of the week, my friends.
Are you gonna describe the
so
drink of the week?
I do. I have the bottle and everything with us. So we can thank the very lovely Shay, who we had on 2 weeks ago, who bought me some Crystal Head Skull
Oh my
vodka.
god, I didn't bring you anything. How rude.
No, it's fine, mate. It's
Yeah,
it's your
right.
first time I'm sure you'll be on it again, but cheers.
Cheers.
Nice driveway team.
Jeez.
He's done.
Woof. So smooth. I almost spilt my shit everywhere. I can take the cups off you if you like. Hank?
Yeah.
All right. So without further ado, let's get into the dating segment of the podcast.
And all the while, you're just really wondering, are we going to get hopped up enough to make some bad decisions? And perhaps play a little game called Just a Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it feels.
There's no TikToks because usually our interviews run currently 1.5 to 2 hours.
Fuck.
So that's the bar, Juice. We can go above, below, no longer than 2 hours.
And you're super.
Oh,
You'll be fine.
you're like
You're
trying to cap it, like.
We're
Super.
supposed to be a 45-minute podcast.
And you're.
Oh,
super-
darling, I talk like no other.
No, that's all right.
and
We're
you're
gonna end up
super
talking about
thirsty.
the weather or something. Like, I'll just.
Look,
talk
if we end
about
up talking about the weather today, I'll be sadly disappointed, and I doubt my interviewing skills are that bad yet. But all right. So our first question that we ask everyone on the podcast is: obviously, this is a dating and relationships podcast, but I'm sure everyone wants to know your dating status: single and ready to mingle, taken, currently spoken, or taking it as it comes.
I am not single.
Oh, wait for it.
Off the market.
Yeah.
I think I just heard 1,000 hearts break over the
yeah, no,
over the Spotify.
I've broken a few hearts recently.
Oh, no, but that's good.
Dude,
That's
no,
exciting.
It's so but it's like one of those things. It's like as soon as you're like anything like just about to get in a relationship or like
Yeah.
you're going to get in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
a million people hit you up out of nowhere. Like it's like
Dating
Murphy's
prospects, you mean?
Law.
Yes.
Like it's just all of a sudden everyone's like
In the
"Hey,
guy
what are
world, we call
what are
that
you
pressing a
doing?"
hot streak.
Yeah, well, I've even had people be like, "Well, I haven't seen him on your stories yet." Like,
Oh, you haven't done the
I
soft
haven't
launch
seen,
yet?
I haven't seen him on your socials yet, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't.
It'll happen when it
Waiting
happens,
until you
Dean.
move in until you do that.
yeah. It's a 2-month mark. We've got to move in.
That's very cute. I actually had this chat with someone else. I think it's a common thing with a lot of couples these days, especially after COVID now. Obviously, you were in New Zealand, so we've kind of skipped forward. But I think people are kind of a lot more emotionally prepared to live with someone after being on their own for 2 years, especially in Victoria. Were you here for the lockdowns?
No, God, no.
Fucking well done. You lucked out on
Yeah,
that one.
I
It was
know.
fucking terrible.
Well, New Zealand wasn't that great either. But
Yeah. But you weren't. Were you allowed to like leave the house and?
Oh yeah, so you could go for like a walk around the block.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it was like.
So it might have been similar actually.
Yeah.
it
Like
was.
it was
Wow.
pretty annoying.
And you guys got out a little bit sooner than I remember. You had
Yeah,
a few
you got
freedom
you.
parades.
Victoria was really bad, eh?
It was one of the worst.
This is a COVID podcast now.
Yeah, this is it. We're now flagged because when you
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about COVID, it hits you
Oh.
on the podcast.
Really?
Little thing. Yeah.
Let's cut it
Let's-
off.
Let's just not talk about that anymore.
That's all right. So we know you new relationship, or is it it's been around for a little bit?
No, it's only been a couple of months.
Early days. Actually, we did. I'm not listening. We did say 2 months, and you were ready to move
Yeah,
in. So that's
but
good.
we're like with each other every single day, and
That's
How
fucking
did you-
adorable.
How did you
And-
meet this guy?
Tinder of all places, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yes,
anyone here.
I'm a proponent of Tinder.
Yeah.
No one uses it anymore. Every
it's-
girl's Hinge.
Apparently, 80% of relationships these days start from Tinder. So
Hey,
I'm one of them.
I'll take it. All right. And you can take the first question, Mr. James.
Sum up your dating and love life in 4 words.
Like current or previous?
Just go. So
Give us
your
1,
dating
2,
love
3.
life in general.
In general,
Mm.
Ugh.
4.
Long,
Hard and full of semen.
toxic, tragic,
One more.
and now good.
Okay.
Oh,
so
that was
yeah,
a story arc.
it ended on a high
That's
note.
good. Usually people give either a snapshot or an overall, but yours was a story.
Yeah, it was a
That's
story.
really
It's
It
true.
started in the-
Yeah. She took us on a
good.
journey.
Yeah, it's a
Resolution at
journey.
the
It's
end as well.
We usually get
Really
just
is.
emotions. You started with emotions because it was toxic in there as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But he's out of the picture, and then now.
Were these-
Still good friends.
Were these
Yeah.
connected to individual people?
Yeah, that's it.
Were these like 4 relationships?
No,
What were their
no,
names?
it was one and then another, like
Yeah.
past current. Oh, actually, I could put
1, 2,
the other
3
guy
was
in
the
there.
first guy, right?
Yeah,
And then
4 is the new
4
one.
was the new
yeah,
Good
yeah.
stuff.
Actually, the first 3 could go to a different guy as well, but
All
so it does.
previous-
It works.
yeah, okay.
It works.
previous.
The system works.
I'm sure
Yeah.
that this guy is not like the previous
Yeah,
guys,
hopefully
and that
he
you
doesn't
just
get the
to
3
realise that.
words. Yeah.
No.
If you
Yeah.
don't move in with him within 2 months, you surely
Experts say you should wait a year, so
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Honestly,
definitely.
as I get older, just do what feels right, and you will learn
I'm-
and get experience, and you
Yeah,
just
but
won't
I'm
do
one
it
of
again if
those
it's
people
bad.
that I go full force. Like I'm like,
That's all right. From that.
I'm like a fucking train on fire. I'm just
That's a new one I'm going to add into the books. I'm a train on fire, boys.
yeah. You can't stop me.
All right. Number deuce. What are your top green flags when you're looking
Humour.
for a dude? Yep.
Humor, definitely.
Uh-huh. One more time.
Got a kind heart.
Okay.
You've got to have some substance to you.
Yep.
I like these are red flags.
Okay. Yeah.
That
was the next
I
question,
for
yeah.
some reason think are green flags. Super annoying.
Okay.
That's one of my favorites.
So you like involved guys?
Yeah, like you will annoy
So you need
shit
the
out of
fiery
me.
train heading towards you.
Yeah.
to cause
so
a
you'll
dual
annoy the
train
shit
crash.
out of me on the daily,
Yep.
but I love that.
Okay.
like, for some reason.
Yeah.
You
can go into red flags now if you want. Just give us
red
2 of those.
flags. Red flags.
It's a real shame that you hooked up with this guy only 2 months ago. I've got to say as well.
Oh, it was only like a month. Like this is why it was like when you like hit me up, I was like, this is like really weird
Yeah.
timing too, because of like
Oh,
it was only like
yeah,
a month ago or like even less than that I was like saying like people would message me and I was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry, dude.
yeah. Yeah,
I
look,
started seeing someone.
but I think for the podcast it's perfect because we've had single, like we've had Kayla was single, Shay was
Yeah.
single. We haven't had a guest on in a relationship. Steph was single when she was on the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, it's usually just me, and then these two guys kind of bounce between relationships and stuff. So it's good to have another relationship-y person in the fucking studio,
normally
man.
You're just a rock.
Someone said to me the other day, like, you were dating a relationship podcast and you're just in a relationship. I'm like, oh, well.
You're the Tom Gleisner.
I'm trying.
You're the Tom Gleisner of our panel.
I came full intentions to Melbourne to not get into a relationship.
No, but that's when it's going to happen. You know what I mean?
And that's when you got to hang on to that. Because when you had that intention to not get into a relationship, it was to do something for yourself. Now you're getting into something and you're compelled to move in. Good job, by the way. Definitely wouldn't have came up. I can hear it in my head.
I'm like, are you gonna listen to this, babe? I was like, maybe you shouldn't.
No, it's. I think it's good to hear.
Talking about the birth suppression.
Kind of, how your partner is kind of untethered, and I mean, there's no real fucking crazy questions on here, to be honest.
I'm an open book too, but like I'm like one of those people that like just keeps talking, and then I'm like, oh,
you've been fine so far.
Tomorrow I'll be like in bed, like. What?
That's all right.
Sorry to hijack your red flags, by the way.
Yeah, you did that.
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
you? Did we get any red flags out of you? I was going to ask that. We didn't.
Oh, well, it's also probably the annoying is probably a red flag as well, but like.
Oh, we'll keep it as a green.
If you treat like hospitality and customer services people bad.
Yes. Interesting.
Hate that. I hate it so much. I've been in hospital, I've been in customer service.
Do you actually find dudes that do that?
So
really?
Many people, like so many guys, like hold their anger in them, and then it's like
unleash it on the retail guy.
Yeah, and it's like
I've been there.
Yeah, like I've got road rage, so I'm like I'm happy to do.
Yeah, car's fine.
I'm happy
Don't let them see.
Oh no, so I got in trouble because like my previous profession was accounting, and I used to drive the company car, and I pulled the fingers at someone in the company car, and I got told off.
No
You're
way.
kidding.
Nah.
That's so funny.
So yeah, I got called into the office, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Like the principal's office and everything. You're fucking kidding me, man.
Yeah, and they were like, they were like, we've got two things to discuss with you. They were like, one, you shouldn't be on your phone when you're driving. I'm like,
okay.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
And two, you should be flipping up old ladies and calling
they were like, the person you pulled your fingers to was like a client of ours.
That's the best. But so was the car all marked up with the firm?
Yeah.
Ah, that's why they fucking okay.
But like when you've got road rage or when someone pisses you off, you just don't even think.
I have. You know what my greatest fear is? Getting into that with someone and then parking in the same car park as them, and then realizing they probably work with you.
I've done that.
And it's happened. So we share a car park at work.
Yeah.
And people have just blown out and almost written my car off. But I'm like, I wasn't at fault, so it's okay for me to abuse them. But
I've had as soon as I got my license, I've had road rage. Like I think
it's a thing.
I did it, and I was like 15 or 16, and I did it, and I pulled the fingers at someone, and then we both pulled up to the same school production.
And I love that you call it pulling the fingers. We call it flipping the bird. But you know,
Is it pulling the fingers this one, or is it
no,
just?
It's just that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one does this.
What do you mean? No, that's an English thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
shortest and longest relationship.
Oh, it's still on my fucking
longest 9 years, and then shortest.
That's massive. 9 years.
Yeah. I was when I was 18, and then obviously broke up, moved here.
Yeah.
And then we like grew up.
First serious boyfriend, or?
I had one before then. I wouldn't say it was serious.
Yeah.
But no, we were.
This is the real meat and potatoes relationship.
We were. I had moved in within 2 months.
Yeah,
That's
we worked for 9 years.
We
so.
were like same mutual. Oh, it didn't work for 9 years because we found
Please,
out. We found out. Oh, he doesn't. We're good friends still. Like
it's okay. This is a relationship. Not the same person.
Be after 9 years, you know. Like we've got dogs together. We grew up together. We had a house together. Those kinds of things. Like but then afterward, like it was toxic. It probably could have ended like 2 years in.
Whoa! And you dragged that motherfucker out. Jesus.
And then after,
thinking of the dogs.
Yeah, but then, so like,
even the dogs had PTSD by the end of it.
Oh, they probably still do, to be honest. But like
just
then,
stand in front of the dogs, really, so they can freaking tell what we're saying.
Oh, when we used to, when we would fight, they'd run and hide in the room.
Yeah, they actually like
dogs.
That's legit.
They get
How is
stressed
it
out.
co-parenting? Do you co-parent the dogs?
We will split them. So they're both in New Zealand at the moment, still with my ex.
Yeah.
But one's going to come over in a couple of months.
Did he and the in-laws like talk shit about you behind
to the dog?
And then, then the dogs would have
They
this.
just get photos and like put weird smells with the photo.
To be honest.
Rub their nose in it.
No, but see, the thing is, when I was like the sole provider, like when it came to like the dogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So then when I like moved countries, he was like, shit, like these take a lot of work.
Yeah, fucking oath.
And I'm like,
Yeah, fuck dogs. I love dogs so much.
Yeah.
And my favorite person of all
I
time.
think you started
is a
with
dog.
fuck dogs. I love dogs so much.
No, well, my favorite person of all time is a dog, like my
Yeah.
actual soulmate.
Yeah.
Is a dog.
Yeah.
And I love dogs and would love to have a dog.
Mm.
And everyone's like, oh, you should get a dog. And at certain times, people, like after my divorce, people were like, get a dog, blah, blah, blah.
You
And I
need
was
a
like,
friend.
Yeah, people, and it was like a COVID divorce as well.
Yeah.
So they're like,
Oh.
get
Yeah.
a fucking pet. I was like,
There's
So was
probably
my
a lot-
dog. Yeah,
probably
my
a lot
dog
of
divorce
those.
was a COVID dog divorce too. But I did what was right and I let him go. 'Cause you can't, like I didn't want to split the custody thing. I babysat him like twice and it was fucked up.
I let him go out
Yeah.
of the Tullamarine freeway.
Because I didn't
He's
know that's a
somewhere in the
thing.
world now.
No, hopefully she's taking good care of him. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I know her mum probably listens to the podcast. So hey,
Short,
Ada, how
I
you
didn't
going?
even say shortest relationship.
Yeah, you didn't.
Like, I would say it's not even a relationship, but it was seeing a guy that I thought was going to be more serious than what it was.
Uh-huh.
That was like 6 weeks.
6 weeks. You might have the record now for the shortest relationship on record for the podcast.
I don't even know how to count it
6
as a
weeks.
relationship because
No,
it
but
was,
if it
it was him
feels-
playing me and me being like, oh my God.
I got that full week with the 1 week break.
Oh
in
yes, yes. Is that while I was gone overseas?
there. No,
Okay.
that was
Because that one was 3 weeks.
the other one.
I was away for
no,
3 weeks,
Who went overseas?
Me. and I came back
when
and you
you
dated and then weren't dating a person.
Oh yeah, that was Nick. Yeah,
There's-
that was her, yeah, that was her.
So James holds the record now. We've just changed it twice in 2
4
minutes.
weeks.
4 weeks.
4 is you. I won't steal this one from you.
Mm-hmm. It was
Question 4.
10 years. It was 10 years to 1 year to 4 weeks, which is a month. So the next one's gonna be a week. How would your friend describe your ideal partner?
Yeah.
Well, my best friend, she would like to say someone that balances you out.
Okay.
She's like, you need someone that's going to calm you down.
But see,
And,
that's
like-
it's funny because you're like, no, I need someone that's as re as me. So it's like that fucking
so
fire.
I like someone that's the same fire as me.
Yeah.
That's like we are on the same.
And then she wonders why she has toxic relationships. Like we're exactly the same. I don't
this is
understand what's
I'm
going on.
toxic. No, but the thing is, like with my like past relationships, I've always been like the homebody, the
Yep.
like the homemaker,
Yep.
kind of thing. And
Yeah, yeah.
then but I don't know. Yeah, my best friend's like, you need someone that's like just
Maybe
sort it
I think
out.
you know
What's
what?
the current partner like?
Yeah.
Is he the yin to your raging yang?
We're very
You're
similar. We're very
Is he
similar.
yang as well? What? star
We're
sign are
both
you?
yang yangs.
Yang.
Yeah.
I'm
yang.
Cancer. Actually, I think he's
you're a
Cancer too.
Cancer.
Oh no, he's what's the one after Cancer?
The one
James?
after Cancer.
August.
Sagittarius, is that the other one? No.
No,
I'm just throwing them out there. I don't know this shit.
I got no.
He's
I'm
really
not
nice. Okay.
I'm not a star sign
I
person.
don't know.
Anyone in the chat, throw it in there and we'll definitely loop you in. What are we up to now?
Amy, look it up.
All right. What
Please.
advice do you end up giving your friends the most?
I'm not the advice giver.
You're not. Interesting.
I'm not the advice giver.
So the advice is
I-
maybe go to someone else.
Yeah, you're like,
Well,
I don't know what the fuck's
okay,
going
one
on.
thing, trust your gut. That's the thing, is that like
2 weeks in a row. We had that last
did
week
you?
too. Yeah.
trust
yeah.
your gut.
Yeah.
It's the biggest thing, is that like from learning from my past relationship is
Yeah.
that your gut's always right. I knew 2 years in.
Wow.
That I
The
should
only
have.
only advice that you can give is
It's a-
work out how to get in tune.
It's
with how
like if
feel
you know
about it.
something's not right, or if you can feel it, even if it's that earlier on or whatever, trust it. Don't sit there trying to fix a
Fuck.
broken plate.
But
Mm.
another bloody 9 years on top of that. Jesus.
I know. I'm like, if the good way outweighs the bad, no.
Okay.
So-
Now, is this me or you?
This is
You?
me.
Yeah.
Tell us about one of the best dates you've been on and why it was considered the best. or even just a dream best date.
Yeah.
Dream business.
If you
Yeah, I
have,
was
because we've
gonna
had
say,
people on that like
I've never-
Kayla was like, I've never been taken on a dream date, and I'm like, fuck,
I
that's
don't think
depressing.
I have either, to be honest.
Jesus.
I said what my dream date was, and a person rang me up
Yeah.
the next day and was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, let's catch up." And I said it because I'd talked to this photography, and I was like,
Oh, yeah, well, that was fun.
Next day, this person
That'd be
rang me
fun.
up out of the blue, hadn't spoken to me in months. And we're talking about it before.
Oh, there we
And,
go. Hey.
Hello.
And I was like, well, yeah, so call it out, even if it's a effective.
Yeah.
Yeah,
ideal
well,
date.
boyfriend, if you're listening.
Yeah. So what would be
Like,
that? What would be
please,
that
no.
dream date that he could possibly take you
No,
on?
I don't need big dream things. If
Yeah.
anything, I'm like, stuff a dream day. Let's go on a holiday. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
cute.
I don't know. I don't.
Just a spare 5K
Yeah.
out of nowhere. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm
New
like,
York
dream
to get
date.
there.
Take
Yeah.
me to Bali.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm like,
Ah,
go to a
Yeah.
restaurant, get real.
that's so funny.
Freaking real.
Your bogan's showing like, let's go to Bali. It'll be
Let's
fucking
go to
sick. Let's get some
Bali.
tuk-tuks and some buckets.
Yeah,
It'll be good.
let's get a new sleeve. Let's get a sleeve done.
Do they actually have decent tattoo places in Bali? Really?
I've
Cheap as
never,
fuck
I've
as
never
well.
done one. Partially
Yeah.
because it's like quite hectic.
Yeah.
But
I was going to get one in Thailand, but then I thought I don't want to get Hep C as well.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah, well,
like
that's-
that would
that's
scare me
the thing
also.
you do.
Mm.
All right. So this is the main question that everyone's sitting in that chat for. I know they've downloaded this episode and they've been waiting for the last 6 questions. Like, just fucking ask her already. How did Miss Juicy begin her OnlyFans journey? We touched on it briefly, but this is
Yeah,
the
so-
real answer.
After my relationship, because when
This is the 9-year one.
yeah, so
Yep.
I was like in that, and then I'd only like been with like 5 partners, kind of thing.
Mm.
Like it was, you know.
It's
So
not
I
too
was,
bad.
I
yeah,
was
it's fine.
quite promiscuous
Yeah.
after my relationship, and like I was
So you
like,
went nuts?
yeah,
Yeah.
I went nuts. I went
Yeah.
nuts, but like one of the guys that I was seeing,
Yeah.
like I don't know, he like said something and I like never really had it in my head, and it wasn't even the one that did OnlyFans. It was like another one, and I was like, oh. And then me and my ex were still friends, so we were like talking about it. He's like, yeah, you should do OnlyFans, and I was like, oh, why?
Fucking oath.
And then I did it, and I did it when I was still doing accounting, like quietly.
Yeah, yeah.
And then as soon as I quit, I was like, woo.
Time to throw
The
up the
flag
Instagram
is-
and
the
fucking
flag
get it
is-
done.
Yeah, I went hard afterwards.
Fucking oath.
Is it bad if your person has a toilet break?
If you need to, we can totally stall for you, and I can edit
Yeah.
it back. And we're back. All right. So in the pre-cut world, that was literally no seconds for them. But
Oh, fantastic.
good job. Yeah, you literally, as I said before, you broke our record for the quickest
did
toilet
I?
break ever. Yeah, 22 minutes.
Squeeze that juice.
Yeah. Do you have a small? Are we gonna have another toilet break? You reckon?
Straight through me.
That's so funny.
Any drinks? I'm like, woo.
That's all right. So we were talking about OnlyFans. We just cracked the seed of it. Next one's you, my friend.
Do you find it hard to maintain relationships while doing explicit content?
Yes.
It does create.
How was the conversation? Like
Well, like
with the dude.
these days, it's like everyone sort of knows. Like like in my like dating apps, I always had my Instagram bio so that they like can look and see
Oh, okay.
kind of thing. Because I was
Oh,
like,
so you
well,
linked the juicy one.
yeah.
okay,
I don't have a separate one. There's always been
Holy shit! So you just raw dogging that one straight up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was
Respect.
like, always been the
Juicy at
same.
work.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Juicy
So
play.
it's never been a secret,
It's fucking
So I always
gangster as
knew.
all fuck.
but it
What,
creates.
Can we ask the nature of your content? Is it solo stuff or is it?
Is that coming? No, it's not. Good.
I have had like boy girl and like girl on girl stuff, but like
Yep.
very amateur and like stuff that I just don't.
people you're in relationships with, sort of thing?
One was that previous OnlyFans guy.
Yep.
And another one was just a friend up in Auckland.
Yeah.
But
So it's a mixed bag.
yeah, no,
everything.
but it's like so old that I'm like I don't even like selling it anymore.
Yeah.
It's
But, like,
retired.
But no,
Retired
like
content.
me and like my boyfriend and like talked about it,
Yeah.
kind of thing, and like to be honest, like going like when I got
It's never
out,
going to be ideal going into a relationship.
nah, it's not, and it creates
Yeah.
like a level of like mistrust because like obviously part of your job is like messaging people.
Yeah.
And like in
it's
some
rough.
form or another, you're messaging them either on OnlyFans, which that's where we want them to message us, which doesn't always happen. Like, it's always trying to get people in. So like,
and it's going to be that thing where I guess it's going to fuck with you a bit, but then it's like you kind of have to remember that it's like a business at the same time.
Yeah.
And as we'll ask later, obviously there's like significant financial reward for doing it. It's not one of those like the 1% of porn stars that are doing it because they just love doing it. It's like the financial return's insane. Yeah. And it's like, you know, this is how we get our financial freedom kind of thing.
Yeah.
Really? The financial rewards are insane.
See, mine's it's never been financially driven.
Oh, so you are the 1% that
I
just like doing
do
it.
it because I'm like, it's fun. It's like a way. It's built confidence. It's
fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's just another way of expressing yourself, kind of thing. Like I've always been like such an open book that like to me, I'm like, I don't think anything of it. Like my family knows I do it. It's not that I've ever tried to hide it or anything like that. Like I'm like, I don't really care, to be honest.
Into it.
I don't really care. Like I'm like, you can pass judgment on me however you want. Like that's your issue, not mine.
And so, as someone who is grossly affected by people that judge him, how the fuck do you block that out?
No, see, the thing is, in my past relationship, I was severely affected by how people judged
about
me.
you and stuff.
Yeah, it would like keep me up at night. It would make me cry. Like my ex, like I had so many like mental breakdowns, like because of it, because I was so like caught up on what other people thought of me.
Which people like? Just people.
Oh, it's just like you and me and my ex would like fight in public or something, or not when we were drunk or something like that, and then it'd just be like
just general.
Yeah, just like I'm from a small town, so like. A lot of people like to put their 2 cents, and it always gets back to you.
How small the town?
50,000 people.
Oh yeah.
So like compared to here, it's like shooting fish in a barrel kind of thing. Where it's like you're in an ocean here.
I grew up in a town of 100,000 people in Bendigo.
Yeah.
Benders.
100,000 people.
Yeah.
And if you met a new person, you'd be like, "Oh, I've met this lovely new girl," and it'd be like,
Everyone
my mate fucked her.
Yes, yes, that is my hometown. Like so much so,
Rough.
like so much so that like my ex is dating someone with the same name as me, same profession as me. Really? So like, it's so fun. Like it's so funny. It's such a coincidence. Though they seem like they're doing great, but like. Yeah, it was a small town. So like I took people's judgments so much on, and then it was like as soon as I broke up with them, I was like, its weight was just lifted, and I was
valid, because they wouldn't say my mate fucked her. They'd say all these people fucked her.
No, but that's the thing. It's like
everyone's fucked her.
No, but every good looking chick in my town was like, you've at least slept with like every single guy.
Yeah,
that you would think that was
with
like
the candidate males that are available.
No, because it's like you'd always sleep with the most attractive. Well, you'd go for certain types, and then it was like, and then the girls would always like lower their standards, and then it's like that's the person that they'd get in a relationship with.
Those poor dudes, man.
Yeah, well, or no, there was like girls known for like trying to like hop on the rugby boys.
No, just give it some volume. You're just low talking in general. That's
low talking.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. Love it.
Maybe it's because you're next to me and I'm like yelling.
No, James is a complicit low talker.
It's because when I talk this way, I don't talk into the mic.
Yeah,
so I'm trying
No, it's good audio though. Regardless, it's not like it was last time.
Nice.
But so it's pretty hard, obviously, to have the relationships go through it. But once you have the chat with them. Is it something you need to reassure them about, or do you think like that once the trust is there, that it's kind of going to be okay? You think it's like a work in progress kind of thing?
It's a work in progress. It has been niggly.
It would be full
at
on,
the moment.
Man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It has been touch and go, but I think the thing is as well. It's like we've both got baggage from last relationships.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like it's not. Necessarily, it might not be OnlyFans for some people. Yeah, it'll be other shit, sex tapes, and you know what I mean.
But
like,
that's the thing is that like I came to Melbourne thinking that like I would get into a monogamous relationship
after
again.
9 years. I can understand
that I was like I was all for like an open relationship and all that kind of stuff, and then like now. But like now with my friend, I'm like, I'm going to respect what you want. Like to me, the most important thing is like us being together kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like I've obviously like tried to like should a little bit been like,
Yeah.
like, and I was like, do you care if I was like with girls or like, that kind of thing.
It depends on why the partner's got a problem with it. Because if it's what you said before, and it is that it's the communications aspect, and I only speak from experience of dating a stripper.
Yeah.
And so dating a stripper, I was not bothered when I started dating the stripper. One of my friends was dating a stripper as well, and he was really worried. She was in the Miss Nude finals, and Razzie was going along to the Miss Nude finals. He's like, "Oh,
throws Razzie under the bus mid podcast. Hey, buddy."
So I started throwing him under the bus. No, Razzie was uninvolved, other than he went along to see her pussy.
He was
but she was in Miss Nude finals, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm really upset. Like Razzie's gonna get to see his pussy tonight."
That's full on.
And I was like, "Oh, dude, thousands of people have seen her pussy." Like, I'm like, I could.
Isn't it funny the context and line?
Yeah, I could go down. I could go down in 20 minutes, and for $10, I could see it. Or I could just walk in and happen to see it because someone else has paid for it. And but for him, it was like, "No, this is mine, and people shouldn't be seeing it. I don't want them to see it." And to me, I'm like, well, if she's on OnlyFans, cat's out of the bag. She could close the OnlyFans, and it's mirrored on about 50 fucking sites out there anyway.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
your shit's already on fucking Pornhub or Spank.
So how do you feel about that, Jess?
Rubhub. No, but you know what I'm saying. And so if it's that, but if it's the monopolization of time and inappropriate communications, or where the level of those communications sit, there's one thing like, oh, you've got a sugar daddy. It's like, oh, getting cucked here. Like, I should be the one fucking paying for your shit. Or is it, oh, she's always occupied with someone else. I don't get that quality time. Or I'm jealous of the nature of these comms. Is she being too flirtatious?
I think like it's hard. It's not hard for me to resonate with it because obviously I've done a monogamous relation. Well, it was monogamous on my part. Let's just say, not on the other part.
Yep.
But like,
was that not by a prior agreement? That was just by
I thought it was monogamous.
The 9-year
I thought it was monogamous.
Yeah, the plan was an agreed monogamous relationship.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
That sucks.
But it is what it is. Yeah. Friends. Nah.
Right.
But
new boy.
See,
has he changed the nature of his ways, or do you think he'd?
I don't know. I don't care, to be honest.
Got no idea.
Yeah, I'm just like, you do whatever you're gonna do. It's your calm will
so
come
he
back.
hasn't changed.
Oh no, I don't. Oh, who knows?
He's just taking
who knows? I don't know. But no. So I don't know. Each people think of relationship as a different thing. Like it's like for me, obviously I'm like an open relationship or something. As long as you like, to me it's trust, and to me, like sex, a big part of it's work. Yeah, like there's a work aspect of it.
Yeah, it's so like a different.
Yeah, it's to me it's something different.
Yeah,
but
porn stars actually mention that they're like their private sex is completely different to the sex on camera, obviously, because one's a performance, one isn't.
Yeah, like it would never ever be the same sex, like at all.
LEG interviews Jenna Jameson.
I have to see this. I've never seen it.
And he's like, it's so fucking funny. And he's like, so is it true that you don't do anal? And she's like, no, I don't. And he's like, not even with your boyfriend? I'm like, oh no, of course I do with my boyfriend.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, So I guess it's one of those things, right, where it's going to be, it's going to be a thing that you need to navigate with each relationship. Obviously, hopefully this one.
Well, the thing is as well, like I'm always going to be respectful of what my partner wants, like
fucking oath.
But also at the same time,
the juice needs to be worth the squeeze. Am I right? Yeah.
But if you're already doing that thing, then it's just got to be clear about what the baggage is, and if it's like
but like I'm like, to me, like a relationship is something super important. Like I'm happy to keep going and navigate it through working with OnlyFans and stuff like that, but like,
do you think it could ever come a point where you stop because it does make him uncomfortable?
OnlyFans?
Nah.
Do you reckon he
loves it too much?
Do you reckon you do boy-girl content with him?
I think that's a natural step for most. Yeah. That's a natural step for most couples.
That's what I'm.
Yeah. Well, there's so many girls that do it just with their partners, and then do girl-on-girl stuff with anyone and everyone or whatever. Like what I mean? Like, and I'm like, I'm quite happy with that. Like,
I don't know if this is me. This is me. I think this one with your subscriber base. Like, do you know if it's all guys or split between guys and girls? Do
I
they
think
give you
it's-
those sort of analytics?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Not on OnlyFans, but
I guess you'd find out when you talk to them, right?
yeah, like
Do you have many girls that follow?
not that I know of. Like,
So you're all dudes.
I feel like it's mostly
No
dudes.
lesbos.
No,
Feel like
it's
Nada.
mostly- I think when I started, I had quite a few girls on there, and it's probably just
Yeah.
like girls from my hometown being like,
Yeah.
"What's this how we do it?"
Okay.
kind of thing.
Interesting.
But no, now I think it's majority guys. Like obviously different on Instagram is like lots of girls and stuff too. But
Yeah.
when it comes to OnlyFans, I'm pretty sure they're all guys.
100%, man. That's one of my claims to fame with this podcast. We're like 60-40, like guy.
Oh
girl.
yeah.
Yeah. It's good. So I like having the balance.
That's
Almost.
a
'Cause
good,
you're never gonna
that's
get
a good
50-50.
balance. I
Yeah,
feel like
fucking nice.
I look at my Instagram analytics and I'm like, oh, 90% guys. Ooh, okay. I see where I stand. Girls did not like
That's
me.
so
No, I'm
funny.
kidding.
I reckon it's super funny when we come through like the response guys or whatever, you know, the meme of response guys. And
Yeah.
I reckon that guys are just more like when you said, oh, do you have you know, female OnlyFans followers? I was like, I don't think there'd be that many female OnlyFans followers. It's like there's
Heaps.
Yeah,
I read an article that broke it down.
yeah.
Because you got to remember,
Oh,
like,
I follow
there's a lot of butch
girls.
lesbians that are basically dudes, man.
Yeah, I know,
But even girls just wanting to see what other girls post and
Yeah.
stuff like I like consistently will like sub to girls
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I'm like sub, see
But-
what they're doing. It's like a
But
marketing
the
thing.
Yeah,
on my
reason-
part,
yeah, and
though.
it's like flinging them a few bucks. It's like buying them a coffee or a beer. But I think the guys have a different mentality about it. You know, I think the guys have.
Some guys.
And coincidentally, that same person was like, I don't want someone to see their pussy. Was like, oh, so and so's has got an OnlyFans. One of us should get
Do
the
you know
OnlyFans. Every
how
girl's
many
here.
guys
Oh
go?
my
I'm not.
God.
I don't
Yeah.
pay. I don't pay to get action. I don't pay for this. I'm like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck.
Just
It was,
give me a
it's,
few
that's,
bucks,
I
here's the
love
phone.
that equation for like strippers and all that sort of stuff, and be like, okay, cool. So you don't pay for any dates. You've never
Yeah, you're
had
always paying
any
one way
sort
or
of
another,
monetary
honey.
exchange.
But the
for
thing is,
anything.
as
Even
well,
your time, dude. Your time is worth something regardless.
and that's the thing is that I've sat there being like, okay, so you don't want me to put makeup on, you don't want me to do my hair, you don't want me to look nice. I was like, all of this
Yeah.
costs money.
Uh-huh.
Like, if you don't want me to do any of that because you're not going to give me anything back,
Yeah.
then that's all good.
The same guy.
We
probably-
can go sit in a park and talk to each other while I'm in my baggy sweatpants, no makeup, hair done up, like all good.
The same
Fucking
guy
savage
probably
juice.
buy you a drink in a bar and then be like, "Oh, you owe it to me to stand around and fucking." Drink
Oh,
that for
yeah,
the rest
those
of
ones
it.
that
Pay
keep chatting,
$7.
yeah. Yeah, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I've definitely curved guys. I me a drink and then I just walk away.
That's what they should fully be aware could happen. It's like the $8 or $10 an hour of a fucking drink doesn't then entitle you to an entire evening's
Yeah.
worth of fucking
But I
conversation.
should just be like, just sub to my OnlyFans and then
That's true. The game
you
might have
get
changed
more
now.
conversation from me.
That's so funny.
yeah,
That
I'm
is so-
like,
when I can't see your face, we'll have way more conversation.
yeah, you get way more from my OnlyFans.
Come to my OnlyFans and get me an iced water with a slice.
So-
Make them work.
Yeah.
On the point
Exactly.
that you do have dudes sliding into the OnlyFans DMs, are there any pointers you can pass on to? Because I'm assuming there'd be some guys on there now, and they're definitely probably going to jump on and follow afterwards. Just etiquette for OnlyFans
Tip me.
users.
Tip me.
Aside from just give me money.
Oh,
Is there
just be
anything else?
respectful. I think
Yeah.
the thing is as well, a lot of guys, and like, don't just automatically send dick pics.
Is that a thing
That's-
too?
Oh, it
I guess
drives
once
me-
they
I
do
know.
it for
Why
free,
They do
it's
it.
like
They
once
do it in your Instagram DMs anyway. Like, luckily, it just goes to my like. To be honest, my Instagram
Yeah.
Do
stuff.
you do
but
dick
like,
ratings on your OnlyFans?
yeah,
Okay.
and that's the thing. I'm like, it's
Do
I'm.
you mark them? Do you give them an optimistic score? Give them a couple of points extra?
Nah, because
So-
they ask for honest or like you can lie kind of thing. Like most people want
Do
to
you
honest.
downgrade? Can you tell some guys?
There'd be
you're
humiliation
this guy
ones.
Wants a,
There'd
yeah,
be
this guy
humiliation
wants a lower number.
I haven't had humiliation ones yet. I've had lots of honest ones.
Yeah.
I've only ever done one lie one,
Yeah.
and it was an obvious lie kind
Oh,
of thing.
really?
Yeah. Like, and they would have known it too. They would have just.
I
they would have just
I
wanted
bet
to
that
pray.
on one level they absolutely know that, or on another level.
They-
It's just cognitive dissonance. They're
On
like, it
another-
doesn't matter.
on
I think
another
it's just
level,
like
they-
having a hot girl be like, "Oh my god, your dick's amazing." Like, it's probably like
Yeah.
some satisfaction.
But see, that's
for them.
every guy's worst nightmare that they hear that and then they just say that to everyone. It's like, that's fucked up. Just don't say anything.
well, that's the thing, and most guys want honest. Like, they want
Correct.
honest.
Honest
And
feedback.
I'm like, I can't lie, to be honest. Like, I actually just can't lie. So I'm like, if there's anything, I'll be like, okay, I would prefer if you groomed like this.
I reckon girls are very honest.
I
about
say that.
penis
Like, I'm
reviews.
like, yeah.
They're very
Wait,
honest
so
about
dudes
penis
have just
reviews.
completely unkempt fucking dick bushes, and it's just,
Yeah, they're bitches.
oh my god, man.
They're pretty gnarly ones sent to
In
me.
2023,
That
that's, I
doesn't
think,
fly
a
on
bit
OnlyFans.
fucked. I think in life,
Yeah.
to be fair. I'm putting it out there on the podcast. In 2023, if you're rocking full bush, I
yourself.
kind of carte blanche think it's okay that no one touches your cock until it's
Keep it to yourself.
fixed. That's full on, man.
Mm.
That's so you're talking like
Like,
proper weed whacker.
no,
I haven't
like
touched it in
someone
years.
he was
Feminists
like
these days,
black,
Yeah,
black
fuck those
Full bush
idiots.
is
thick
not fine to
hair,
do.
black thick hair. Like,
Uh,
yeah, like this
Ugh.
dude must have the biggest full head of hair because it was like a
Yeah.
lot. It was a lot.
Dear God.
Yeah, it was like your dick looks
Alright.
teeny.
No dick pics, and if you do, shave it.
Or send
Be
me
respectful.
a tip. Send me a tip. Or
and-
my
and tip.
subscribers, if you're watching,
Just
send me
keep
a
sending
tip.
fucking money
You get my undying love and attention if you send me tips.
for cash.
What is the worst horror story that you have from your time on OnlyFans? There been any?
To be honest, I've had really good subscribers. Like
Oh.
I've had quite like consistent, like I've had people just there from the start, which has been really good.
So no one's overstepped.
Oh no, the only thing is that I have a few people that are dumb enough to put their full actual name. So I know exactly who they are, and I'm talking to
Mum.
you. No, not mum. No, but like
you, Grandma.
friends, like one of, and I'm pretty sure they've still got their subscription running,
Yeah.
which you know who you are. Like she is one.
That's the
Is
best.
one of my
Yeah.
boyfriend's friend. Well, he was my friend too.
Yeah.
Girlfriend, and she still subscribes to me.
Well, at least.
Which I'm like, oh, good.
At least
good.
you,
You
didn't just
do what
cancel
you
it
want
I was
after
gonna
you
say.
saw your stuff, and at least she's an ongoing subscriber.
She's been there for a few months.
Or curveball, could it be the ex making a profile with her name?
Nah, he's not that stupid, and I gave him a free sub to start with. I did then block
It's
him.
the jealous ex keeping an eye.
Nah,
on the,
so I gave him a free sub to start with because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh fuck it, you
Oh,
do
you
it.
gave him a free sub.
Cha-ching.
Okay,
I'm a great
now she
gal.
knows about the sub, so she's keeping an eye on the content to make sure that it's not
I have
escalating.
then I have
further.
then blocked him because I was like,
Yeah.
maybe this is a bit too much. let's
Okay.
just take you off that. But
So now you got her and not him. Led to a
no.
led
So
to a paid
it's my ex's friend's girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
ex's
yeah,
friends.
yeah.
Okay.
Like it's like it's
Yeah.
the
A
weirdest
guy
thing.
who rooted a girl who rooted
Yeah,
a guy
the small
who
town
rooted the...
dick sickle circle.
Yeah, it's everyone's ancestral in Taranaki.
That's Taranaki is what it's called, is it?
Taranaki.
Ah.
That's the proper Maori pronunciation.
That's actually like that's a pretty full on
Maori.
horror story.
Maori. Maoriora.
Moriora.
Have you had any like super funny requests?
Stepping on bugs with heels.
Bugs.
What the
Live
And
bugs.
I said no.
Because you're a Buddhist.
I just don't.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
full
like,
on.
I'm not gonna go collect some bugs to step on them.
Okay, what was the cash for that?
So so I have like my
Yeah.
standard custom,
Yeah.
right? And then I have like custom plus kink rate,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing. So
yeah.
I just like add
Yeah.
a little bit on.
Yeah.
So it would have been like an extra
That's not a cool.
$40
it's not
on
a cool
top of
kink.
the all.
So what are you
It's not a
talking?
cool
Yeah,
kink.
don't get it. It would have been
It's like,
like
hey, just spank me while you snap these
it
chickens'
only-
necks one at a time.
Yeah, it would have
not
only
bad.
been like a
Click
minute.
with a samurai sword would be so good.
It only would have been a minute or two, so it only would have been an extra like $10 or $20 on top
Why
of
does
that.
something
But
have
so,
to
so in
die?
total, are we talking about like $80, $100?
No, I don't charge that much for customs. I do.
So it would have been like $40.
I do it per minute. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it would have been like 40.
What the fuck? Yeah, to murder some bugs that are just living their bug life.
Yeah, but it's
Why
like
the fuck-
40 USD, so that's like
Dude,
a bit
that's
more,
where
but-
that's where you know the murderers start with
I
like
don't
killing small animals.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
What the fuck? What?
We reckon
starts with
rapists
killing-
start by jerking off to dying
yeah. See,
bugs.
I only like.
Oh, I'm ready to kill.
But that's the
Do they-
thing. It's
do
like
they want you to liken them to the bugs, or do they just want to see bugs getting crushed?
no, they
by
just
you?
wanted me to. So, like his description was like, you have bugs in like the picture, and then you come on and just walk past and step on them, and then keep walking.
I should have told you to bring the DM if you had it. That would have been so fucking funny.
Yeah, it was like, but like people like that send that kind of stuff just randomly out of the blue. They come and they go. Like I've got like lots of like foot fetish, and I've got like giantess like subscribers.
The fuck is that?
That was going to be my next question. Did he want you to use a fisheye lens and make you look like you're 50 foot tall?
No, so there's giantess is like where you take photos where it makes you look like you're a giant, or you look like big in some way. Which obviously having a big bum is like a plus for that.
So it's like an Amazonian type thing. You just want to be like,
or you like, like one of my subs.
The Snoo episode from Futurama.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, he's like one of my like favorite subs. He's like, he just like he'll send me pictures. He's like, I would love it if you were like this, and it'd be like a chick cropped into like a big city, like, and you're just like this, like, you know, like Godzilla like kind of thing.
It's like if you go on DeviantArt and shit, and there's like this giant chick, and there's like this little dude's green screened himself in, and she's like fucking kissing him or something.
Yeah, no, it's honestly like that's quite a popular kink actually.
We kind of transition out of the OnlyFans questions, but if there's any more, keep going. We'll stick on the OnlyFans stuff.
I was going to segue with a bit of psychology. What do you reckon's behind people who have that particular kink? You think there's something behind?
I think it's probably kinks? Like it's quite like an off stem from like dominant, or like women being powerful and that kind of thing.
Small.
Yeah, or like I think it's probably like something along those lines. I guess like I don't.
Mm-hmm. What other kinks have you had?
I haven't had weird ones. I've only had feet, fetish, giantess, and then obviously the weird bug guy that came and went.
Yeah,
Bugman.
Standard.
Bugman.
Standard. That is a little disturbing.
But I've had like friends have had quite weird ones, and then like a friend of mine, she's had one where a guy's like bought her a pizza, paid for her to sit there and eat the pizza.
Yeah.
And like he didn't care what she was wearing, just eat the pizza and then show her like big booger after she did in the pizza.
That's it. Look, you know what? There is no king shaming, but I'm just interested.
Oh, there's probably definitely weirder ones.
Into what that would entail.
Is that a feeder fetish, or was it a?
But I'm all I'm all for like, okay, there's definitely ones that are very specific.
Yeah.
Like guys will be so specific. Like so
they won't be autistic.
The guy that did OnlyFans that I had seen for a little bit.
Yeah.
He got paid like $50 USD to blow up balloons and pop them while being naked.
That's fucking hilarious.
And a girl back in New Zealand that
blow up balloons
friends
and fuck them.
Yeah, so no, not fuck them, just blow them up and pop them.
Naked.
Oh yeah.
So
little pop slut.
A girl that I know back in New Zealand just did that as well. She got paid to blow up balloons and pop them with a lighter.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's I get that. That's a bit more deviant with the lighter because it's like some sort of like
but it's still
but
like
pins or
like balloon kink. I don't understand it, but like it is what it is.
So with this stuff, it's not one of the questions we've had listed, but has this given you the kind of financial freedom now to like kind of do your own thing and not feel like you're gonna have to supplement your income in any way?
I don't do it enough.
Yeah.
So I like.
So you still have side gigs.
Yeah. So I haven't done it enough. Like I was lucky, well, not lucky enough, but like, you know, like I like sold my house with my ex, so I've been.
Yeah, so you got some buffer.
Yeah, I've been able to have a buffer and all that kind of stuff, but it does get me week by week. You know, like it's not like it's.
Yeah.
Like. But,
do they take a cut? I've always wondered.
Oh my god, 20%.
How much? 20. 20%. That's okay. Dude, Uber takes 60.
Yeah, but 20% and then tax and all that kind of.
Yeah.
I know why people do it.
And so, then that money, so you're a verified person, you have to give your ID and everything to give your age, and then you've got to declare that on fucking tax as well.
Yep. But luckily I'm an accountant, so I can do my own tax.
Hey.
Yeah.
And friends have asked me to do the tax and stuff too, and I'm like, no.
Hands up if you're getting audited.
Yeah, well.
I am. It's fucking annoying.
I've taken clients through audits, and
Should I talk to I told my money guy, I'm like, hey, I'm getting audited. Well, I could be getting audited because they send you the letter, and then they're like, we might audit you if you don't adjust this. And I'm like, well, he submitted the claim. We did this.
Yeah,
do I just leave it?
it falls back on them.
If you look at what,
it depends what kind of era it is, really.
Yeah,
if you look at the thing that you signed, it actually says that these financials were prepared on the basis of the documentation that you provided to your accountant.
Which I did.
So even though,
but
if they made a mistake,
at the end of the day, accountants can make mistakes, and
that's right. No, it's all legit.
Professional
Anyway.
indemnity insurance to cover their asses. So you're covered either way.
Game on.
Qualified.
Anyway, I'm sure they don't give a fuck about my tax and shit. What's going on? But do you have any other like OnlyFans questions? Because there's the rest is just like kind of sexy type stuff.
OnlyFans.
It transitions back, so we can buffer some more.
With the OnlyFans, are you? Because we talked about two parts for the OnlyFans. There was the sort of wind down. Maybe I close it out of respect for the sensitive boyfriend, or maybe we totally sell him on the idea, and then we do that, and then there's a spectrum in between. Obviously,
I think
if you were to wind up the OnlyFans, what would? Because before you were like, I don't do that much. And
no, so he's fine with me doing girl stuff, which I'm grateful for. Because I love that stuff. But like, like if anything, I think we'd do it together. Like, and he would be just
in the idea.
Yeah, he's getting into it. I think I've showed him like the kind of stuff that I want to film. And he's for it. It's just getting.
What's your creative content that you want to make?
POV. That's like I fucking love that
kind
of stuff. I
Have
feel
you seen
like
how they actually do it, like the GoPros and stuff? It's fucking hilarious.
No, the big. Oh my god, some of the big.
Have a fucking rig with a VR fucking thing and a gimbal on your fucking head.
No, but like it's not even GoPro. Like some of the
phones.
Some of the ones in Australia, like there's a big POV girth master. I don't know if you've heard of it. No, he was just on
That's so
Carl
good.
and Jackie or whatever it was.
Oh, that's where I've heard the name before, because I remember saying, I'm like, that's pretty funny.
He's fucking impressive. But like he's got like a full camera. Like
That's
a full
so
camera
funny.
setup going on. Like that's
I reckon
impressive.
you'd
have strong neck.
I reckon just this, like you'd have one or two cameras set
I've
up.
got a POV thing that like holds it to your
harness?
chest.
Yeah.
I should.
Oh, so you're gonna do female pop?
No. The male puts it on their chest.
I can't remember what it was.
No,
the male
and it like
when
puts
you
it
said
down.
I've got one, I'm like, what the fuck?
No,
I'm
it
like,
like
this is a
holds it
different stuff.
down.
There was
No, it's for the guy.
I can't remember what show it was.
I think you were gonna wear it. I'm like, that's.
No, but there was
like
a
videos.
Yes, it was the Amazon show where like you get Upload. It was called, where they upload your consciousness or whatever, and they had like the VR sex thing, because that's like a full thing. You wear suits, and the joke was a guy accidentally picked the wrong POV, and then like it was a chick, and he was just like, "No, I can't. It's not stopping." And he had to lay there and like be fucked while it went. That would be the funniest shit ever. You're like clicking on it on YouPorn, and you're like, "Wrong one."
It's,
anyway,
Total Recall, Matrix, style, drop in and get dropped into the grid.
Just getting railed. You can't stop it.
Pick your ideal.
I got raped by YouPorn. What happened?
You've loaded up this fucking dodgy VR from it's all in Japanese and shit. You're trying to pick the menu options. You patch into the fucking wrong gender.
Because I was gonna bounce off your point before. During the pandemic, actually hung out with a chick that did OnlyFans for a bit. For me, it was one of those things where you just completely try to compartmentalize it. So you just forget that she did that on the side, and then kind of hoped it didn't cross over. That was me. But that was when OnlyFans first started too.
Yeah, it was probably
ages ago.
so. The thing is, it's probably a lot different back then. Like back then, you could start it and you could pop off it.
Yeah.
These days, it's a grind, and it's you've got to. No, well, the thing is though, you've got to like market yourself consistently. I do not do enough, but like friends of mine. I'm learning
to do the podcast, man.
Yeah, like TikTok, like all these things. You've got to be a master of all platforms.
You should actually check out. So Barstool Sports have an entire just podcast where they interview girls that do OnlyFans, and it's like the top 0.5% because they're massive.
Is this?
It's whatever. It's probably the only podcast I think that just does OnlyFans girls. It's like with the fat guy.
Okay, no, I don't know.
The only pod. Did you say the only podcast that does OnlyFans?
Like it's exclusively they just interview OnlyFans girls, and that's it. Yeah, it's called like Only Something. And it's like they might have some sort of deal because Barstool's massive.
OnlyFans is
Yeah.
a Vietnamese guy who does it.
I'm not gonna do a voice. I can't do. I actually can't do a Vietnamese voice. Okie dokie. So I get. Is there anything left for the OnlyFans questions?
Okay,
We can hit
have
them
a
if they
go
come
at
up at all.
Yeah, look, let's get to the other. There's plenty
Yeah.
more
So it's
there.
it's a bit of a quick gear change, but quickest you've ever hopped into bed with someone.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
On meeting them.
Yeah.
Fucking
So are we looking at like it's first date or the old one night stand?
Oh, so many one night stands.
Yeah.
There's been times we haven't even made it to bed.
Well, and what's the longest you've made a guy wait? Not long.
No.
I love how we spoke about all this
No,
OnlyFans stuff,
oh my
and you got
God.
bashful over these two questions. It's very interesting.
It's 'cause of the
And that's why I have them here.
It's
Because that's
'cause
the
of
one
the
that.
No, it's because
There was a handful of near and dear relationships in the early days,
I've
and then there was a
never
fucking...
ever made someone wait.
Yeah, and that's honestly, that's healthy because it shouldn't be used as currency.
Has anyone made you wait? And you've been like, what the fuck's this dude's problem?
You're not
I
talking
had
to me, by the way.
one guy when it was like the first day, and I was like, we're like kissing. And I was like, yeah, like come back to mine kind of thing. He's like, no, we'll have a date tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Look, some dudes need to prep. Like he wasn't ready for battle
he
stations.
probably wasn't ready.
He might have had a strategic wank before the date, and maybe that like it was too soon, and he's like,
I don't mind people doing
missed time.
strategic
He might have
wanks.
just
Makes
had
me
a
work
rule,
harder.
but he might.
He might have just had a rule and just been like, don't be too keen, don't
Yeah.
try and fuck on the first date, just want it that
Maybe
much. just don't
he
roll it
was.
out.
Maybe he was the full
Dudes-
bush situation, and he.
True, and dudes get scared too, man.
Mm.
It's a thing. It's not like it's not. It's the toxically masculine thing. But some guys are just terrified. And like, give me a day. And he goes like has a montage, just preparing to bang the next day, and he's ready to go.
But on the
Watched some
second,
porn, got his moves like
on the
ready to
second
go.
date he
Yeah.
put out,
Yeah,
he did good.
yeah, it wasn't very good.
Good. It wasn't very good.
No, I was like, oh,
In what way was it not very good?
it's nothing
Just a poor
exciting.
performance,
Yeah, it was just a fake it to your mate kind of situation.
lack of passion,
That's always a bit sad.
lack of interest.
14 is you.
Size queen, yay or nay? And I know what Nooch, when Nooch says size queen, he doesn't mean in the full truest sense of the word. He's asking.
So
about-
what's your definition of size queen?
Well, I've heard. So a size queen, someone who's like, I'm looking for
Massive dicks.
massive dicks. Yep, and
Yeah.
almost exclusively so.
Yes,
To the point.
that's what I'm asking.
But at the same time, I've heard you like apply the term size queen to
yes.
a girl who's just merely noticed that someone's had a big dick or that she's
Yeah,
enjoyed.
I
a
do
big
that
dick.
to apply pressure. But yes,
I know, yeah. I've seen you broadly apply the term where I would
Fucking
use
oath.
the term very
I
specifically.
like to be funny.
See,
this is what we do.
Girls that sit there and say, "It's how you use it," are fucking idiots, and they've probably never experienced a proper orgasm in their lives. To be honest, like they're those ones that jam their vibrator, being like, "This is the only satisfaction I get." But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, like, there's definitely. I feel like obviously like everyone's used to different things,
Yes.
kind of thing. But like for me, there's like definitely a size you've got to be and up.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got a
It's
barrier
like-
for entry. Literally.
there's
Literally a
something
barrier
you've
for
gotta be able to
entry.
hit. There's
Yeah,
a
like,
point you got to be able
There's
to
been,
hit.
but the thing is, girth is so much more important than length.
That's a
But then
common
again,
thread. We've heard that heaps.
like
Yeah,
as
yeah.
long as you're like average and you've got like some kind of girth to you.
Yeah.
Because I've had sex with people that have been like long, but like
Yeah.
real skinny.
Yeah, hot dog down
And-
the hallway thing. Well,
Yeah.
that's-
No, but it's,
Kayla said the
no,
same
but
thing.
it's not. But it's just like it just doesn't. It
You're like,
just
no, my
doesn't
vagina's
feel
fine.
the
Don't mean
same.
that. No, but what I mean is, yeah, the
It doesn't feel the same. There's
Yeah.
just something about it. I don't know.
thin dicks.
Yeah,
Not
thin
that
dicks.
Very
good.
girthy bass comes in.
Yeah,
As
well.
well, it'll be.
But again, like, look, to guys that are listening there that might not have the biggest dicks in the world and whatever, fucking man,
I'm sure they don't
it's
have the
not-
biggest dick. There's only
Just
one.
get
It's not the end of the world.
strong with your
Head game.
Your head game. Foreplay is key.
yeah, exactly. You got to play to your other strengths.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
if you're not good with your ball skills, man, you got to fucking get better in the back line, figure out what's going on, watch the
just put it in
play,
the arse,
understand
'cause
what's going on.
Everything feels bigger in the ass.
There you
Size
go.
queen, yeah,
That's- I'm going to call that the name of the episode. Everything feels bigger in the ass.
Yeah.
Episode 56.
Oh,
Okie dokie. So this one, this be interesting to get your take on it. Does the number of sexual partners your partner / significant other have had?
Nah, child's play. Don't
So
count your numbers.
You don't give a fuck?
Don't care.
I like it. Good stuff.
Don't care. Yeah, if you have to worry about numbers, it's like.
So you don't take it into account at all.
No,
you don't
for
worry.
me, it's more like if you're a fucking like player in the sense of like you.
That's
just
what I was saying.
go through
What
I
if
was
some
gonna
guy
ask,
was
yeah.
like, I've fucked 2,143. Oh, sorry, 244.
My first thing is like, who you mean like regularly checked up because it's fucked.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that's like
That
that
is
was the
fine.
first thing I'd think. I'd be like
he's
your
a
sexual
pro.
health.
He's a pro. He's cool with that.
Don't care.
You don't care.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But
Yeah.
what about the fact that he knows it to a fucking T?
Oh yeah, okay. That's where
Bit
I
of a red
care,
flag.
but like I don't.
It is.
I
It's
don't
fuckboy
care.
vibes, right? Like once the numbers get kind of into certain, like kind of
Oh, it
areas, you're like, well, why have
depends.
you still
No,
continued
because
to count?
it depends. Like yeah, we don't keep count, but
Yeah.
like I don't think it should ever be a factor as long as it's like not part of your personality.
Mm.
You're not treating it like
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
I think that's a big thing too, is the amount of chicks that you fucked
Yeah.
probably early 2000s was a large
because I would
portion
hate
of dudes'
for a guy to
personalities.
ask me. Something, I don't know.
The number
Too
doesn't
many.
have to. The number doesn't have to be high for the fuckboy vibe.
Oh,
to a dude.
100%. It's how you
high.
treat someone.
Yeah.
Like it's
Ooh.
how you treat someone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
It
guess
doesn't have to be a number.
you can just be an ineffective fuckboy.
Yeah. You can just be a dick. You can just be an actual dick, and that's what makes you a fuckboy.
This is you, my friend.
In what ways have you had a rejection in the past? And I'm assuming that the monogamous, non-monogamous relationship might be seen as a form of rejection. In what ways have you had a rejection in the past?
So, yeah, like what's happened? You've been into a dude. She's just gone. You think it's going a certain way, and you're like, oh, it doesn't even really vibe.
Well,
me, and
see,
it's over.
I'm like big.
I feel like
on,
you get angry.
No, I cry.
Oh, the exact opposite.
I cry.
Bad read on
I'm
my
a-
part, guys.
No,
Classic cancel.
I'm a like. For some reason, that's the only situations that make me cry. Is like relationship ones.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know why.
it's that thing. It's personal.
It's a
Nah,
personal-
but like, I don't. It's not that I haven't had rejection. Of course, rejection.
Yep.
But like, the only one that I can think of is the guy that did OnlyFans, and then
Yes.
it was like him leading me on because it was like it was a good situation for him.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of had me on tap, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then like because I have like this annoyingly strong gut, like that just knows when something's not right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I know something's not right, and I knew he was like, when he'd go away, he'd like fuck other chicks. Like I just knew it, and then I like sort of
Yeah.
figured it out. That was probably
That's rough.
rejection, but
How'd you cope with it?
I just cried.
I cried and fell into a heap
I
and fucking didn't handle it at all.
Then we didn't talk for ages, and then he started sending me memes,
Yeah.
and then
The old meme olive branch.
yeah, and then I don't know, we just sort of like it sort of fizzled out a little bit, and then I was
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna unfollow him, kind of thing. Don't really see anything of
Yeah.
it, and then he blocked me, and that's just how it went.
Wow.
That's the way
Yeah.
things go these days.
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So I'm like, I don't care.
Fully.
Like it was just a lesson learned kind of thing. And then after that, I haven't really had rejection.
Oh, fucking okay. She's
No, but
the
like
one and done.
I don't know. Like if rejection's rejection, it happened. Like I probably reject people all the time, and I don't
Yeah.
even think anything of
But
it.
it was more because that's the thing is we're trying to give the listeners like the kind of that peering behind the glass because we had some fitness models on and stuff and kind of got the feedback as well. I was shocked, but a lot of dudes were like, "Holy shit!" Like even girls that are like what you would class as aesthetically quite pleasing still get like destroyed by dudes in terms of like rejection and
all
stuff.
the time.
It's just kind of trying to show
all the
people
time,
that
but
it
I
happens
was
to everyone.
I was in my fuckboy era, so I didn't really care if someone rejected me.
You're just like next. That is full fuck.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't care.
You got-
There was
Just keep swinging, man.
if that
You're gonna get hit a few
person,
times.
yeah, exactly. If that person rejected me, there's like 10 others.
A minute there when you said getting destroyed by dudes, and the thing I was going to say congratulations to Kayla, but then I realized that's not what you meant
Although you are correct.
because she was on the market
yeah.
when we saw her a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Are you noticing any terrible trends in dating? So prior to meeting
so
this
many.
dude,
You take all the questions off me now.
No.
Guys are disrespectful assholes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah, like lack of respect. I'm from both parts, probably, to be honest. And people have short attention spans, so they get over stuff real quickly, or they don't.
In terms of like when you're talking to them digitally or in person,
just generally everything. And there's so many options. A lot of people don't like to stick into one, and it's like there's like memes about it. She's like, I know I'm not the only girl he talks to. I just hope I'm the favorite. Like, what the fuck? It's fucked up.
And a large portion of that, because that's actually come up again, that I pushed onto, I think it was Kayla maybe, is don't, like, if you stress about that, just back yourself. You're the best option. They're all just basic, whoever the fuck gender it is. And like, if the dude can't see that, it's not necessarily a slight against you. It's just not going to sync up. You know what I mean? You don't waste your time with someone that can't see you for you.
Also, make your intentions known quickly.
And also, in this guy's mind, like, he could still be batting, but he could still just be like, cool, I can't believe how good at girls I'm scoring. I'm going to go get more girls with the same thing. And there are people with that mentality who are like, just like, oh,
there's always people that want more.
Yeah.
Like that, they'll always want more, and that's when they miss out on.
But there's literally and that's exactly what it is, because there's people who will accumulate as many lesser value people as they can, rather than looking for.
I was at one point. I loved validation. I loved swiping right on Tinder and being like, yeah, matches. like I was like all for it, but like, yeah, it's not.
Is that for the validation?
It's 100%.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's
we're just like, if Juicy's really honest, heaps of girls will say no. And it's like
I'm a kid a kid in a candy store. You sit there and you're like, ooh, what looks the sweetest? What's the biggest lolly that I can get right now?
Correct. And during COVID, man, like that's all.
Dick pics when they come through.
I think Tinder kind of like filters that out on its own, which is handy. Maybe it was Bumble. One of them's got a pretty solid algorithm for like the dicks, because it was the big meme online.
I think they're all Silicon starting Valley. To be like that.
Yeah, Silicon Valley, how they had a photo app that would tell you what kind of hot dog it was, and then they realized it had this amazing application to detect dick pics online and block them. These guys became like millionaires from a shitty app. It's like a TV series. It's a very funny episode.
What does it do? It detects.
So it was initially that the whole, you've got to watch Silicon Valley. It's one of the best shows ever. And Jin Yang, who's like this Chinese programmer that like just steals everyone's ideas. Yeah. The only idea he's ever had was an app that detected what type of hot dog people were eating.
What type of hot dog?
Yeah, which is, it's retarded, right? Because there's like 4 types. Anyway, and they found out it had an uncanny application to detect dicks online and remove them. So then he becomes like this fucking huge tycoon based off like this one app that's like, you know, it's got the best application in the world. Anyway, next question. So you already said dating app of choice was Tinder for you, right?
Yeah, short attention span. Because I'm like, yes, no. Like, it's like I still have Tinder, but not for the same reason normal people. Girls only.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah. So I like it for short attention. And yeah.
So why do you have Tinder?
Girls.
She's hunting for women.
Yeah, the woman, the ladies.
The women's.
To say, because you're allowed to be open with women if you
together.
Yeah. Can you go
maybe separate? I don't know.
Can you go and find? Yeah.
Depends.
Might be a conversation he needs to have with him. That would be an awkward one for him to be like, well, we actually haven't really fucking spoken about that. Poor dude.
He'll have like this list of things that like go in his house. He's like, well, you said this.
Can we look at 3 minutes, 40 seconds?
Nah, he won't care. I'm open and honest.
Last 2 questions are you.
All right. So our listener base is evenly split between male and female. Do you think that I want to restructure this?
Yeah,
sentence.
Go nuts.
Do you think that? Forget what I just said. Do you think that? Do you think physical appearance or fitness plays a significant part in dating? And do you think that it's more so for one
sex than the other
gender? What than the other for any of the genders?
I think women are more lenient when it comes to men.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like we will lower our standards quicker. But then again, it's like guys will fuck anything or hoe. But
not all guys.
they've got a certain type in their head that they want a relationship with is usually the gist of it.
That's a very astute observation, and a lot of girls don't make that. And there's these awkward situations where girls are like, I'm dating all these
guys
and no one will settle down with me.
Yeah, so they will be like, this is what I like to fuck, this is what I like to have a relationship with. Girls aren't like that.
Yeah. You'd be a very small minority of humans that have actually realized that.
No, I'm very much I was very much a fuckboy. I understand these things. No, but
I had the same thing, man. It's fine.
No, but like I think as long as you're hygienic and you look after yourself in some way or another, that's all that matters.
Well, I had a shower this afternoon.
Good on you.
Is that the second time I've heard hygienic?
Just don't be a
being
lazy
thing?
cunt. It's
Maybe
like
something that I was listening.
We literally talked. I was in Kayla's one as well.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to the gym every day and all that kind of stuff. Just be like some way like
there's definitely recurring things.
Yeah, isn't it?
Looking after yourself.
And green flags. What do you think about relationship with the family?
Yeah, that was one. So the
don't
mum,
care.
dad.
I don't have a good relationship with my family, so
yeah, that's why. Because we had a couple of recurring ones with like, I want to know what it's like.
As long as you, no, actually.
It was like, I want someone. She wanted a guy who wanted to be mothered, but also.
Oh my god, I'm a motherer, so
but also wanted a guy who had a good relationship with his mother. I was like, you're gonna get that.
You're gonna have a conflict there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's gonna be Skinner's mum situation. Like this is
no.
Like
so okay, my ex was I was
we need to add in
I was a motherer. Please hope you're not watching this. My ex, but
that does remind me.
He was mothered his whole life, and then I became the motherer, and I did not want to. So like I just became put in this role, and I was like, you need to start sorting your shit out.
In terms of like, and then house stuff, or?
Just generally everything.
Oh shit!
Couldn't cook for himself. Couldn't like look at bad hygiene. Like everything would slip, and it came like when we broke up. He was like, how do I pay the bills? How do I do this? How do I? And I'm like, fuck, you just need a lot of help. But and like now he's obviously like trying to figure it out. But
rather than functioning, what was he doing? Playing video games or jerking off?
Drinking, partying, and then blobbing out, like watch TV, go to bed. And like, work, watch TV, go to bed.
The dream.
That kind of thing. I can't I can call myself a lazy person at times, but like that don't get into a cycle like that. I used to wake up.
No one who's living that lifestyle.
No, see,
really
he would be working. He would be doing this lifestyle, and I'd be waking up in the morning before work. I'd go to the gym. I'd come home. I'd walk the dogs. I'd cook dinner, and then I'd go do whatever and go to bed.
Yeah, you're very much like a goals person.
Yeah, it was like that was like my routine, and his was just fuck.
You play online games all night.
Fuck yeah.
Smoke 10 cones and then sleep all day.
See, I never did the weed thing.
Not the weed thing, but
yeah,
I like weed. But like like I've always said like I'm happy to smoke weed, but like as long as it's not like part of my routine every single day.
Yeah,
but like some people rely on that. I don't really care. It is what it is.
Kind of epitomise dysfunction. Yeah, because I do know
you did the
and also I know
Mr.
like
Burns hands when you said
but I
that.
know several people. That was actually the what is it? The what is that hand sign?
Oh, the Illuminati shit.
Illuminati.
Yeah. And they have the fingers crossed and all that shit. You got 21 too. Is the last one.
If you could pass any advice on to the listeners struggling to find love or dealing with relationship woes, given that you've had some shit, you've seen some stuff.
Have confidence in yourself and what you can bring. Like, don't make someone think less of yourself. And like,
because it is, you come out of a relationship when it's over, so you're like, I'm a fucking piece of shit. You know, what have I done?
Going into my relationship now, I still have issues with my past relationship, and it's like it always plays a part on it. But like the thing is as well, you need to understand that like no one else is going to be able to bring what you bring to the table. Like everyone is different in their own way, and there's always going to be someone out there that
and if you feel like you can't find out what you do bring to the table that separates you from everyone else, because there's heaps of people that want to think that and then genuinely can't lie to themselves and realize they don't bring much to the table.
Yeah, but
level up.
Exactly. Like self-evaluate. Know who you are as a person. If you don't think you're bringing anything, George
brought Pepsi, dude, to the dinner. It was fine.
Put RC cola.
If you can't cook a home cooked roast, bring a bag of chips and some dip. Like,
That's true. That is true.
don't come with nothing.
There was a girl that brought board games to a date once, which I thought was absolutely adorable.
That is cute. as
Literally bringing
fuck.
things to the table.
My
Yeah.
4-week relationship, she picked some flowers and brought them to me at some point. So I went out to
I like
hers,
that.
and I was like,
I like
"Fuck,
that.
I'm getting pretty close to the time I should be here." I'm like, "I'll grab a couple of flowers."
Yeah.
And so I just walked down our street and just a couple of flowers from out of the garden, and this old Greek lady yelled at me. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And she's like, just ask. And I was like, "Can I take them?" And she's like, "Ah." So they were cursed.
Causing
My
conflicts.
relationship ended.
Well, Juice, that runs us to the end of the interview. Thank you so much for coming. Did you have fun on the pod? And you find it?
Traumatized now.
Yeah,
No,
right.
I loved it. I love talking about myself.
Yeah, you did great, man.
Did we keep within the time frame?
Yeah, actually, we actually kept it within, which is great.
Oh,
Not the
fantastic.
45. We fucked that over quite a while ago. We're at
Okay.
an hour 16.
Okay.
But it's fine. It was great. Had some good chats. Where can people find you online? On the Instagrams, on your
Oh my God.
OnlyFans?
Do I know my handles off by heart? JuicyJ1994 _ is
Yep.
my Instagram, and then I'm pretty sure my OnlyFans is JuicyJ1994. And then there's completely so many other things and link trees and who knows what, but
Yeah. So if you just Google that, was it
JuicyJ1994
_ right?
_
Yep.
Or
You should
in
find it
some
online.
form, you should be able to find me. I'm pretty sure I'm like the only one.
Yeah.
but-
And look, if you guys are listening, I'll put it in the post as well. I'll actually pop that up. Should come up on the screen somewhere. And if not, email us. So we are linktr.ee/IrrPlatPod. That's IRRPlatPod. And email us, and we'll forward you on to the right places so you can go and support Juice.
Was IPP taken?
No, it's IrrPlatPod. Why?
Yeah.
Irrelevant? IrrPlatPod.
Yeah. I know what
Yeah.
it is, but the long
Oh,
one
the
to
three
explain.
things. Okay, no, so we had a marketing genius do that back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, it was the co-host. She did it, and I've just run with it. Yeah. IT brain, I would have done that too. But, anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Hopefully that was a learning experience for everyone. And
Hope I brought something to the table, as we're saying.
Yeah, mate, you definitely did. But to everyone, have a fucking great long weekend. Don't drink too much and party too hard. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting. The car's cold. The PRIA.
Get the fuck out of here! What fucking warming up? Get out of here!
All right.
You heard the man. Get out of here. Thanks for listening to Irrelevant Platitudes.
I waited in the